goodness, royal watchers. Your friendly neighborhood royal commentator is back with what might be the most explosive royal controversy we've seen in decades. Grab your tea, settle in, and prepare yourselves for a scandal so shocking it's sending tremors through the very foundations of Buckingham Palace. Now, I know you guys are excited for more less. But before we delve into further discussion, if you haven't subscribed, go. Come on, guys, what are you waiting for? Hit like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell ASAP. So now, what began as a seemingly minor website update has erupted into a full-blown constitutional crisis that has everyone from palace insiders to royal experts absolutely stunned. The removal of Princess Lilibet's profile from the official royal website might sound like a simple administrative change, but let me tell you, this is a seismic event with implications that could reshape the monarchy as we know it. I've been covering the royals for years, and I have never seen anything quite like the firestorm that's now engulfing the Sussex family. This isn't just about a website. This is about legitimacy, succession, and the very future of the House of Windsor. The questions being raised behind palace walls are so serious, so potentially devastating, that they could permanently alter the line of succession to the British throne. Let's break down exactly what's happening here, because the implications are absolutely staggering. According to multiple sources with direct connections to the palace, the removal of Lilibet's profile wasn't some technical glitch or oversight. It was a deliberate move that signals deep concerns within the royal family about the legitimacy of both Sussex children's places in the line of succession. For years, there have been whispers and rumors surrounding the births of both Archie and Lilibet. Questions about birth certificates, missing traditional announcements, and inconsistencies in the official narrative that have never been fully addressed. But what was once confined to the shadows of royal gossip has now burst into the spotlight with the force of a royal decree. The controversy centers around several troubling irregularities that have royal watchers absolutely baffled. Let's start with the most glaring departure from royal tradition: the absence of the traditional easel announcement outside Buckingham Palace following Archie's birth. This centuries-old practice has been followed for every royal birth in recent memory, including all three of William and Catherine's children. Why would Harry and Meghan break with this fundamental tradition unless there was something they didn't want publicly documented? Then there's the bizarre situation surrounding the birth certificates themselves. Reports suggest that Lilibet's birth certificate allegedly contained a Colorado area code, despite claims she was born in California. Such a discrepancy might seem minor to some, but in the meticulous world of royal documentation, where every detail is scrutinized and preserved for historical record, this kind of inconsistency raises serious red flags. What makes this situation particularly explosive is that sources close to Prince William suggest the heir to the throne is now demanding concrete proof of the children's parentage and birth details. William, who has always been a staunch defender of royal tradition and protocol, is reportedly insistent that the integrity of the line of succession must be protected at all costs, even if it means confronting uncomfortable truths about his own brother's children. The palace, as expected, has maintained its characteristic silence on this matter, but in royal circles, silence often speaks volumes. Insiders suggest this silence isn't about protecting privacy. It's about giving Meghan and Harry the opportunity to provide the documentation and transparency that's being demanded behind closed doors. Let me be crystal clear about what's at stake here. If there are legitimate questions about the circumstances of Archie and Lilibet's births, this could potentially impact their place in the line of succession. The rules governing royal succession are incredibly strict and have been followed meticulously for centuries. Any deviation from these rules could have constitutional implications that extend far beyond family drama. What's particularly baffling to royal experts is Meghan's response to this growing crisis. Rather than simply providing the documentation that would immediately silence critics and end the controversy, she has reportedly been meeting with legal teams and PR consultants, viewing the situation as a personal attack designed to undermine her position. Some sources claim she's even considering legal action against the palace. a move that would be absolutely unprecedented in modern royal history. The question on everyone's lips is painfully simple. Why not just release the birth certificates and name the doctors who were involved in the births? This would be the easiest way to end the speculation once and for all. The fact that this hasn't happened has only fueled the rumors and heightened suspicions among royal watchers. Some of the theories swirling around royal circles are truly shocking. There are persistent rumors about a potential surrogacy arrangement, something that, while perfectly acceptable in modern family building, would have significant implications for royal succession if it wasn't properly disclosed. British royal succession law has specific requirements about biological lineage that date back centuries, making full transparency about birth circumstances absolutely essential for anyone in line to the throne. Prince Harry's silence throughout this controversy has been particularly deafening. The man who once couldn't stop talking about his family grievances in interviews, memoirs, and documentaries has suddenly gone completely quiet on a matter that directly affects his children's place in history. This silence has been interpreted by some as a sign that he may be caught between loyalty to his wife and knowledge that could damage her credibility. Inside their Montecito estate, sources claim Meghan is absolutely furious about the situation, viewing the removal of Lilibet's profile as a deliberate humiliation designed to undermine her royal status. She reportedly sees herself as the victim of a coordinated attack by the palace and the media, but critics suggest she's missing the fundamental issue at hand, the need for transparency and adherence to royal protocol when it comes to matters of succession. The timing of this controversy couldn't be worse for the Sussexes. With their Netflix deal reportedly scaled back, their Spotify contract terminated, and growing questions about their financial stability, this new crisis threatens to permanently damage what remains of their royal brand. Without the legitimacy conferred by their children's place in the line of succession, what exactly remains their connection to the institution that gave them their global platform? King Charles is reportedly taking this matter extremely seriously, understanding that the integrity of the monarchy itself is at stake. While he has a natural desire to maintain family harmony, sources suggest his primary concern is protecting the institution he now leads, even if that means facing uncomfortable truths about his own grandchildren. The public reaction to this unfolding drama has been absolutely brutal. Social media is ablaze with hashtags like #releasethebirthcertificates and #succession_crisis, with royal watchers demanding transparency and clarity from the Sussexes. The carefully curated public image that Meghan has worked so hard to build is now threatened by questions she seems unwilling or unable to address directly. What makes this situation particularly fascinating is how it exposes the clash between modern celebrity culture and ancient royal tradition. Meghan approached royal life with a Hollywood mindset, controlling the narrative, staging photo opportunities, and managing public perception. But the monarchy operates on documentation, verification, and adherence to protocols that have endured for centuries. These two worlds were bound to collide eventually, and now we're watching the explosion in real time. Palace insiders suggest this is essentially a power play, a warning shot across the bow signaling that the royal family requires definitive proof of the children's legitimacy and won't back down until such proof is provided. By removing Lilibet's profile from the official website, the palace is essentially saying, "We are watching, and we demand transparency." The irony in all this is absolutely staggering. Meghan and Harry left the royal family partly because they wanted privacy and control over their narrative. Yet now they find themselves at the center of a controversy that could have been avoided with simple transparency. The very privacy they sought has created a vacuum filled with speculation and doubt that threatens their children's historical legacy. Royal historians point out that this isn't just about two children, it's about the integrity of an institution that has survived for over 1,000 years. The monarchy depends on clear rules of succession and irrefutable documentation of lineage. Any ambiguity or inconsistency threatens not just individual positions in the line, but the legitimacy of the entire system. For King Charles, this situation presents an impossible dilemma. On one hand, These are his grandchildren, whom he presumably loves and wants to protect. On the other hand, he is the guardian of an institution that demands adherence to rules and traditions that have preserved the monarchy through centuries of challenges. How he navigates this crisis will define the early years of his reign and potentially shape the monarchy for generations to come. The whispers from within palace walls suggest that a resolution must come soon, either through the Sussexes providing the documentation and transparency required, or through more dramatic action that could permanently alter the official line of succession. The stakes couldn't be higher, and the clock is ticking. What began as a website update has evolved into a constitutional crisis that touches on the very essence of what it means to be royal. This isn't just about Harry and Meghan anymore. It's about the future of the monarchy itself. The carefully constructed facade of royal unity has been shattered, revealing the complex and often messy reality that lies beneath centuries of tradition. As this drama continues to unfold, one thing is absolutely certain: the monarchy stands at a crossroads. The resolution of this crisis will have implications that extend far beyond family dynamics to the very heart of Britain's most enduring institution. Will transparency prevail? Will succession laws be upheld? Or are we witnessing the beginning of a new era where royal tradition bends to modern realities? The world watches with bated breath, wondering what will happen next in this unprecedented royal saga. The truth, whatever it may be, will eventually come to light, and when it does, nothing in the House of Windsor will ever be quite the same again. Ta-ta, and bye for now.